Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And today I've got what I eat in a day, transition style. Y'all, I have been so excited about bringing this part of the journey to you guys because I haven't shown y'all transition. I've been doing 5-in-1 ever since I started this or some form of it. And if you follow me on my Coach's Corner, you know the whole story. Okay, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melissa. I'm an independent coach for Optavia. I lost 60 pounds in 2019, and this is the rest of my story. And now I am in the phase of transition. So week 1 transition is just like the 5-in-1. Okay, you do everything like you do the 5-in-1, 5 fuelings, 1 lean and green, but you're gonna add 2 servings of vegetables. And so that's what I'm gonna show you this week. Well, that's what I'm gonna show you today. And then next week, I'll show you the next week and so forth. Okay, so my first fueling is my caramel macchiato shake. I went ahead and made it up, you guys. I don't know why, I usually film that, but it is what it is. So all that is I use my caramel coffee. You can mix your shakes with coffee. That's not a problem. Just don't add sweetener, okay? And don't use like sweetened coffees because there are some coffee blends out there that actually have sugar in them. You can use a flavored coffee as long as there's no sweetener, okay? So that's what I use. I use the Folgers caramel drizzle and I mix it with the caramel macchiato shake, and it is my first fueling of the day every day. It is delicious, and we've got somewhat of fall weather today. It's 69 degrees right now. Oh, y'all, I'm ready for that to be the high. We had a nice little cool snap for about 5 days, and then we got right back up into the 80s and 90s. So I'm hoping it's coming down again. Oh, this right here, I'll tell y'all what happened later because I'm going to make almond butter today. I'm going to show y'all how I make almond butter. I have some good friends that love it, and I made them a tiny little jar the other day. That's what happened here. And so I may go ahead today if I have time and show y'all how to make it, because I know a lot of y'all who watch me aren't actually on Optavia. And so this might be, because almond butter is a very healthy thing to have, you know, in your maintenance lifestyle, not while you're trying to lose weight. Just remember that. Okay, so I think I might go ahead and show you, because I also want to show you my fun new kitchen gadget I got. This thing is powerful. Trust me, powerful. You got to be super careful. I can laugh about, I don't even think I can laugh about it yet, what happened to me and Scott on this thing, but I will share it with you as a cautionary tale. Yeah, okay. Look at that little girl. I have her dog beds all over my house because she just loves to just curl up wherever she is. Okay, all right, I gotta get busy. I actually haven't even hopped in the shower yet, so I gotta go do that and start getting ready for my day. Okay guys, it's time for fueling number 2, and I'm going to have oatmeal, and here's how I make it. I'm doing the old-fashioned maple and brown sugar oatmeal, and as with, oh gosh, look what I just did, y'all. Really? Okay. Oh well, real life. And as with all Optavia fuelings, it's super, super, super simple. So you just pour it in the bowl. I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of water instead of 2/3 because I like my oatmeal thick. This is so complicated, y'all, isn't it? I am being messy today. What is wrong with me? Glad I had this handy. Okay, I think I'm Butterfinger because of this. Yeah, we're gonna make some almond butter next. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. All right. Mix it up, pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I'm letting my oatmeal cool, and I'm about to put my almonds in the oven because I'm gonna make almond butter. I'm gonna show you how to make almond butter. Now, normally I have 4 cups of almonds to fill up this pitcher to make it go well. I think this is only about 3 cups, so I don't know how it's gonna go. We're gonna see. But yeah, when we get to doing it, I'll tell you what happened here. But anyway, yeah, so what you do is you put your almonds, I use parchment paper, 350 degrees in the oven for about 10 minutes, and you're just roasting the almonds. You use raw almonds, not salted, no flavor, just plain raw almonds. You roast them, and the reason you roast them, it brings the natural oils out, so you don't have to add oil to your almond butter, and then you just put them in the food processor. Now, you can add whatever you want to, to it. Normally, when I make it for other people, or if I am like when I was in optimization, okay, I would put salt and cinnamon. And I might still do that because it's a very little amount of salt and cinnamon that would be like 1 condiment worth of each, and it makes a whole batch. But I'm gonna figure it out for a healthy fat too, because today, for my lean and green, I think I'm gonna have cottage cheese, which is a leaner. And so I could have 2 healthy fat, which is the leanest. Wait a minute. Yeah, which is the leanest. And so I could have 2 healthy fats. So I might have some almond butter with some celery. We'll just see. Okay, but I'm gonna pop those in, and then I'm gonna go eat my oatmeal. Okay, and I always tell y'all, I like my oatmeal thick. So here you go. Here's what mine looks like, because I only do half a cup of water instead of 2/3 cup of water. So yeah, it's really good. Love oatmeal. Okay, I'm gonna go eat my oatmeal while my almonds are roasting, and then we'll make some almond butter. Okay, y'all, I am super excited. I just figured out the macros. I looked up the nutritional content, nutritional facts for almond butter. Why is that still beeping at me? I don't know. I turned it off. Anyway, so a half of a tablespoon can count as 1 healthy fat, because the macro count for a healthy fat is 45 to 60 calories, less than 5 carbs, and 4 to 6 grams of fat. And that's per nutrition support. Okay, so a half a tablespoon is like 45 calories. It was 4.5 grams of fat, and 1.5 carbs. So perfect. So since I'm having cottage cheese, and my cottage cheese is actually a leaner, not a leanest, so I only get 1 healthy fat. So that's gonna be part of my lean and green. It's gonna be a very unusual lean and green. But I also wanna show y'all this. Okay, one of my superstar, rock star clients, Kelly, who is also now a coach, she created this. This is a transition log. And so it's really helping me keep track of everything, because you think, oh, you're just adding 2 vegetables, but it's kind of weird where you're adding it, okay? So like right now, I'm just gonna do the almond butter, but my next fueling is gonna be my mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna add my 2 extra vegetables with that. I'm probably gonna do green beans. And so I'll have kind of for my lunch fueling at about 1 o'clock before I head to the center. Mashed potatoes and green beans, and I'm actually gonna have my lean and green while I'm at the center early. Let's see, what did I say? Yeah, my lean and green will be probably around 4 or 4:30. And I'm doing cottage cheese with tomatoes, a few carrots on the side, and celery with my almond butter. That's my lean and green. Okay, and then at 6:30, I'll have a bar. Y'all are gonna see all this, but I'm kind of just telling you, and then and pudding. So isn't this fun? It's new, it's different. My glasses are really glaring, sorry about that. Okay, let's get to the almond butter. I wanna show you how to do it. Okay, you see this right here? This is called a Ninja Foodie Power Pitcher, okay? You see that blade in there? It is so stinking sharp. All right, so this is what happened. This is terrible. So the first time I used it, I rinsed the blade, stuck it in the top of the dishwasher. I didn't tell Scott it was there. He says he saw it, because I felt terrible, because I forgot to say, hey, there's a sharp blade in the top tray of the dishwasher. But he said he saw it, and he didn't think he was getting close to the blade, but he was when he went to take it out, and it nicked his thumb, and I mean, it was a pretty good cut. Okay, so that happened on Saturday. And then Sunday, sorry, my hair's doing crazy. Sunday, I went to make some almond butter for my good friend. And y'all, this one I did this. I did the dumbest thing ever, all right? So I poured the almonds in there, and it was a lot. And it was like not in there like it should be. So instead of using this, to get it down in there. I stuck my hand down in there to rearrange those almonds. I don't know what I was thinking, and sliced this finger open. Now here's something super cool. So, I mean, it was bad. We really thought I was gonna have to go get stitches. It was worse than Scott's. I have a few clients that are nurses. I called one of them. We FaceTimed. I actually called two of them just to see who would call me back first. And they actually both called me back. They were fantastic. Thank you, Kristen, and thank you, Kim. And Kim FaceTimed with me, and I was able to show it to her, and she was able to give me a little advice, tell me what to look for. And then Kristen messaged me right after, basically told me the same things Kim did. But my neighbors were here, and they both work in the medical field. Neither one of them are nurses or doctors, but the husband, it's Damon. Y'all have seen him, I think, in some of my videos. He's the big old guy that helps us move things. We're so grateful. We have a strong neighbor. He works with doctors quite often and is in medical offices quite often. So he fixed me up with a little butterfly Band-Aid and got me told me how to dress it and the whole thing. And I checked that with Kim and Kristen. They both said good job. So yeah, there's my sliced open finger story. So, cautionary tale. Anytime you use a food processor, do not touch the blade. Do not put your hand down there. Don't even get near it. So anyway, all right, let's make some almond butter. Okay, I'm just gonna pour my almonds right in, okay? Yeah, this is not gonna be as much as I normally do. Now see, what I did the other day is when they kind of came up on the side, I stuck my finger in there to rearrange them. Do not do that. You want them kind of even. Use a wooden spoon, okay? Now, eventually I'm gonna add some salt and some cinnamon, but not right away. Now, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this, and then I'm gonna mute it because I'll probably, actually I think I'm gonna time lapse it so y'all can see how this works. But I'm gonna let y'all see the power of this thing right off the get-go. All right, this thing it says IQ, so that says it's smart. And it'll do it the way it's supposed to be doing it. I started on bowl, and then I just hit start, and it stops and speeds up and slows down. It's really kind of a cool thing. All right, it's all in there. We're plugged in, we're fastened in. Here we go. It's loud, y'all. I'm just gonna let you hear it, then I'm gonna turn it off and time lapse it. Look at that. Yeah, that's why it did this. Okay, we're gonna time lapse this. Y'all, I don't think I was videoing at all when it was mixing. I don't even think I got the first little pulse to show you. Maybe I did. Okay, this is what I know. Last time I did this, I had a full 4 cups, maybe even a little bit more. And so the almonds came way up here, and it made it a lot easier. It mixed a lot faster. I had to stop and start it, and keep knocking everything down because it just wasn't enough volume to really get in that blender. You know what I mean? So you definitely, in a blender that's huge like this, you definitely have to make sure you have enough. I'm gonna get online today and see if they have an attachment that's more the size of my NutriBullet that would work. That would be better. But okay, so let me just show you the consistency. Right, so one thing I read online was the key is patience. So can y'all see down in there? All right, so when it's smooth like that, when it starts getting creamy, that's when I add my salt and my cinnamon. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. A 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt is 1 condiment. That's gonna go in the whole serving here. So obviously I'm not gonna eat the entire batch because I can only have 1/2 of a tablespoon, but I'm probably gonna just go ahead and count it as a condiment. All right. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Just sprinkle that in. And then cinnamon, a condiment, is 1/2 of a teaspoon. And for this size, that's about all I need. If you really like cinnamon, you could put more. I have found that cinnamon and almond taste really good together. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna try to time lapse it again and see if I can do it this time. All right, here we go. So this back on, lock it down. And here we go. All right, guys, I think we have almond butter. Can you see in there? All right, so Scott refers to this thing as the devil's blade. So I'm going to carefully take it out and lay it in the sink, grab it by the plastic, yeah, when I say this thing is like ridiculous, I mean, I'm like, if I drop it, it's just staying. All right, here we go. Get all the goodness off. All right, so now I'm going to just transfer it into my little wet jar. Here we go. It's so worth it if you like almond butter. I know y'all are like, Melissa, just go buy some from the grocery store. I've bought them from the grocery store, and I don't like the ones at the grocery store. And I just like the idea of making it myself because I can control the ingredients. You know, there's nothing in it. It's just pure roasted raw almonds. I can control the amount of salt, add a little cinnamon. And there you go. Homemade almond butter with a little touch of salt and a little touch of cinnamon. And I'm gonna have that with some celery today. Celery is gonna be one of my additional greens. I mean, well, I just have to have 5 greens today. So celery is gonna be one of my greens, all right? This can just stay out on the countertop. You don't need to refrigerate it. It's just almonds, so I think it would last for a very long time. You're not putting anything in it that would go bad. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up my mess that I made over there. And then I've gotta do some bookwork, and then I will see y'all back here for my 3rd meal of the day, which is gonna be, I think I'll do mashed potatoes and green beans. Okay, now I'm gonna get my lean and green ready. It's not time to eat it, but I'm gonna get it ready to take to the center with me. I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge, so it'll be ready to go. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Cottage cheese, tomato, carrots, and celery. Those are my 3, and then I'm gonna have a small thing of almond butter, a ½ tablespoon. Okay, let me get it ready. There's my lean and green plus some almond butter. Let me get that. See how smooth it is? I mean, it is like creamy, creamy. Boy, that's such a tiny amount. I don't even know. That's hilarious, y'all. Oh, that's so funny. But there it is. That's my healthy fat. If I had an avocado, I would do avocado instead. Wow, y'all. That's not, all right, so lesson learned. That's what a healthy fat and almond butter looks like. Nope, not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to the store and get me some avocado. And I'll have avocado with this as my healthy fat. That'll be much better because I can have 1½ ounces of avocado. That's crazy. Oh, goodness. Okay. So there you go. That's live and learn. You know what I mean? I'm doing a new thing here. And so sometimes you just got to go with it. So I've changed my mind again, y'all. I am not going to have my healthy fat with my lean and green. I'm going to have my healthy fat with my other vegetables because I'm going to do green beans. And I decided I'm going to add a little bit of butter to my green beans and my mashed potatoes for my 1 o'clock fueling. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to eat my lean and green just like it is. No healthy fat added. Seasoning, I'll put some salt and pepper on everything so that can be my condiments. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to use for my condiments all day is seasoning on my green beans and on my lean and green. Okay, we're getting this, guys. We're getting it. Oh, and what I'm going to do in the description box of this video, I'm going to put down exactly what I ended up having and what it counts for. Okay? That'll make it easy. I keep popping back on. And it's why I wrote everything in pencil so that I can erase it. That's right. Okay, y'all. Whew. Oh man, it's such a busy day. Tuesdays are my busiest days ever. So now I am getting my 3rd meal ready, my mashed potatoes and my green beans. So I measured out 2 servings of green beans and I'm sauteing them in a skillet with some butter. A ½ tablespoon of butter is 1 healthy fat, which I need. So I'm doing that. Here, I'll show you. Turn this down a little. I used some garlic powder and some salt and a little bit of pepper. I used maybe a ½ of a condiment's worth of garlic powder and salt because each of them are 1/4 of a teaspoon. This is a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I don't even think I used half of it. So I'm going to count it as ½ of a condiment for these seasonings because, you know, the butter's got nice flavor, so I don't think I'll need any more. But these are just canned green beans, and I'm just kind of sauteing them up. I think they're going to be delicious. And then I'm going to make some mashed potatoes, my mashed potato fueling, to go with it. So there we go, simple as that. Okay, now I'm gonna put together my sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. Super simple, basically looked exactly like I did the oatmeal this morning. Except you don't have to cook it quite as long. Half a cup of water, and I think it's just for a minute. Microwave on high for a minute, and it says to let stand and then microwave for an additional minute. We'll see how thick it gets. I find that they get fairly thick in that first minute, but we'll see. I am ready for my third fueling and my 2 additional greens. This is kind of my lunch. And I think what I'm gonna do this week, you guys, because normally I just do one what I eat in a day. And then I'll do like what I cook, you know, let's cook a lean and green. So I think what I'm gonna do this week though, instead, and maybe all the way through transition, is I'm gonna do 2 what I eat in a day. So y'all can see 2 days of each week of transition. I think that might be a good idea to just kind of give y'all a really good overview of what transition looks like. So I'm gonna go eat this. I've also got, I used one of my infusers. So far today, I have had, this will be my 3rd fueling, 2 greens, and 1 condiment, and then 1 healthy fat. All right. So, and that's all my healthy fat. I have 2 more condiments available to me. And of course my full lean and green, and then 2 more fuelings. Seems like a lot of food. All you're adding is 2 vegetables, but for some reason it feels like a lot of food. Okay, let's dig in. I'm gonna try these green beans because they smelled really good when they were cooking. They're hot. I warmed them up. It's a super easy way to cook green beans really quick. Just have some canned green beans on hand. Use your healthy fat. Saute them up in the skillet. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Good way to do it. All right, guys. Mashed potatoes. You know, this is something that I've loved from the very beginning, the mashed potato fueling. Pretty much every client I have, too, I think likes the mashed potatoes. Really good flavor. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this. Then the next time you see me, I will be at the center. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, I'll be at work, and I'll do my lean and green at work at my desk. Hopefully I can get that done. I don't usually do that, so this is going to be different. But I'm taking a cold lean and green. I have a fridge there, so I should be okay. But we'll see. It's a new adventure for me. Luckily, my boss is pretty flexible. My daughter. Okay, guys, I'm going to go eat this, and I'll see you back for my 4th meal. So I almost forgot to video. I'm already at work. And yes, I changed clothes. So here's my little lean and green. Y'all saw it when I put it together. All right, I'll catch y'all in the car on my way home, and I'll be having my 5th meal, 4th fueling. I'll get it straight today someday, guys. Okay, I'm headed home. Oh gosh, what a day, you guys. And let me get backed up. So it is 6:30. It takes me approximately 35 minutes. It's actually 6:36. And it takes me approximately 35 minutes to get home. And I have a client coaching circle at 7:15 with about 5 clients, if they all can be there. So that's why I ate my lean and green early, because, and that worked out just fine. I ate it right at my desk. It was no big deal. I just did it during one of the tutoring sessions when there was nobody out there. But that's why I did it, because I knew I was not going to have time to do it by the time I got to got home. So my timing would have been off. So I did that. And now I'm fixing to have a bar because it is time. I had that lean and green at about 4 o'clock, 4:15, I think it was. And so I'm going to go ahead and have this bar. And you know what bar I'm going to have because I eat it. This is pretty much my go-to bar. I have some friends that just got on program. And their favorite bar is the s'mores bar. I've never actually tried the s'mores bar, y'all. I know they're like, you've never tried the s'mores bar? I found this one. This is the mint chocolate. And I like it so much. It's honestly the only bar I ever buy anymore. So anyway, so now they've got me wanting to try the s'mores bar. So I'm going to order some s'mores bars in my next order. But anyway, here's here's my mint chocolate chip. Tastes just like a Thin Mint. Yeah, this is good. I mean, you have to like mint to like this, which I do. My favorite ice cream is Bluebell mint chocolate chip. I haven't eaten that in a long time. So this does the trick. And way better for me than very sugary, high-fat ice cream. Okay. I'm going to eat this, and then I will have my pudding with Scott after my Zoom tonight, probably about 8:30 or 9. Okay, guys. I'll see you at my next fueling with Scott. Okay, so normally we come together and I'm having pudding and he's having brownie or shake, but it's time for me to have my 5th fueling.
It's dessert time, but I'm having dinner.
Yeah, he is just now eating dinner, and it's almost 9 o'clock. And okay. So Tuesdays are the longest days for me. Oh my gosh. I work all Tuesday morning doing client support and YouTube, and then I go to work. I don't get off until 6:30. I walk in the door, have a client coach Zoom until after 8. And then,
busy.
Tuesdays are long days. And I don't know why I picked those days to do this. I'm so silly. I don't know.
Wow. Just to keep up the busyness.
That's right. So I had a perfect transition day, you guys. And I'm going to top it off with my favorite fueling pudding.
With a little green beans on top.
Our neighbor made this taco bake thing right here. It's a lean and green. But you still need, it's just a lean and 1/3 of green, so you still need 2 greens. So I made him some green beans like I had, with my mashed potatoes earlier. So he's just now eating his. I'll link the recipe for the taco bake.
Yeah, 'cause it's really good.
It's very good. It's very good. Now the recipe is from Sandy's Kitchen, and she always uses 93% ground beef, so then you don't get a healthy fat. We used 96%. That's what my neighbor used. So he actually got a healthy fat, which is the butter on his green beans. All right, so he's gonna eat that, and I am gonna eat this, and then later he'll make him what, a shake? Yeah. All right, guys. First, they are really talking over there. Hey.
And I'll probably switch back to the brownie as it gets colder.
Yeah. I eat pudding year round.
You don't have a shake in the middle of winter.
I have pudding in the middle of winter.
I have a hot, nice brownie.
All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. And until we get back together again, y'all stay safe. You stay well. And
we're out.
We're out.